All right, hi everyone. You're watching the second daily live webcast that happens here on yfelive.com. Every weekday through the holidays, we're going to be doing this. Each day has a different theme, and today's theme is Try It Tuesday. So we're going to actually try out Dreamitlive's online vision board tool. I thought it would be a really cool idea since it's November. People are starting to think about 2014, putting it in their strategy as the year turns, as we head into the holidays. There's a lot of gratitude happening for what we already have. And I think that's a big part of deciding what your vision is, your bigger vision. And so, yeah, I'm very excited about that. So definitely go ahead and chat in. Thank you all so much for showing up live at Local Mom Blog. If you guys haven't checked her out, she's awesome. Yesenia, hello. I know she's getting over being sick, so it'll be fun to chat with you guys. And Amanda, and of course my co-host at the Stacey Harris, that she co-hosts with me live every Thursday at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 Eastern for YFE Chat Live. This Thursday's guest actually is very cool, the Dobbin clothing group. Two women that founded that company. That's more of a tailor-fit professional attire. Very excited to talk to them. But again, today is Try It Tuesday. But before we start talking about the Dreamitlive vision boarding, which I love to hear all of your tips on vision boarding, what you guys do as far as planning for the new year, and how much into the like woo-woo, if you dream it, you'll get it type of a thing you are. Definitely add that in the chat. Love to feature you. So to get started, a couple cool things happened last night. And of course, I shouldn't forget this. The Bootstrap Book Club, you have until tonight at midnight Pacific to vote for the book. We have 3 books. One of them is Hatching Twitter. Another one is Unlabeled. That's by Mark Echo. And the last one is The Power of Glamour, which I loved. And that one is leading by a large margin. So head over to yfe.me/find me in the club to get your vote on and choose which book you like to read. And speaking of glamour, Glamour magazine held their Glamour Women of the Year awards last night. I think this is like the second time they've done this, and I was really inspired. I follow them on Instagram and on Twitter, and they're one of the magazines that I always purchase. And it was very inspiring. A lot of really different women were awarded. So it wasn't just, necessarily celebrities that were recognized or the average person. But it was a lot of very inspiring things. A couple things that happened. First of all, Lady Gaga was there. And let me show you this image up close. So Glamour magazine Instagram that, and I thought it was interesting because she was actually introduced. You can see this here by PS22. Introduced her, and she talked about some of the things that she's really passionate as far as activism goes. And I thought it was kind of I understand she's an artist, but it was kind of a scary getup to be around kids with. I don't know. If I were a kid, I would be a little frightened. I don't know about you guys. Maybe that's really vain of me to be thinking that too, because it is a like awards for what they actually did, but I was a little scared. So anyway, Lady Gaga presented, and then a couple things that I thought were really cool. First of all, Barbara Streisand was awarded the Lifetime Achievement Award, and she talked about how, out of all of her accomplishments, one of her favorite things that she's had is her name written in stainless steel and cedar cyanide for being in the cardiac, I forget exactly what it was, but it was for heart disease, and how she's been an activist for that. And I thought that was fantastic, and that all of these women picked a cause, and they used every platform they had in order to speak about this cause, whether it's Christy Turlington and talking about pregnancy, or if it's Barbara Streisand talking about heart disease. And they were all very passionate about it too. It's kind of like what we're going to talk about with the vision boarding, where they picked a cause, and they're just, I know you guys don't like this word, but they were obsessed about it, right? So this is the thing that they talk about, that they're very well versed in, that they're very passionate about, and they speak about it. And I think it's really inspiring because it just reminds us that we're capable of doing this. You don't necessarily need to be a Barbara Streisand or a Lady Gaga I mean, there's a number of normal people that get awarded. I mean, the teachers behind the Sandy Hook shooting, there was one of them that saved 15 kids and she was presented with an award. So normal people make awesome decisions every day and really live behind it. And so a couple things before we move on. One of the things that they did was they had people backstage talk about what their life motto is, which I thought was so cool. And they have an Instagram. I'll make sure that all of the links are included for this. And actually, let me put this in the chat because I thought this was really cool. I definitely want to pin it for later on. There we go. Yeah, Stacy's saying, I think we forget that small things help too. And that's totally true. Just the small things. A lot of people are talking about, what you're grateful for each day, doing small acts of kindness, especially in November, just a time of remembering to give back. And so, yeah, definitely, small things definitely do matter. And so going back into the life mottos, a couple ones that I wanted to point out that I thought were really cool. First of all, Ariana, just amazing women were at this. All of the women that you think of like, that is a cool lady, they were all there. So Ariana Huffington, her life motto is to take risks. Failure is a stepping stone to success, and love it all along the way. And I really love that one, especially coming from her. Melinda Gates was on there. And again, guys, this is all on Glamour Magazine's Instagram account. Hopefully you guys follow it. I thought it was cool that Seth, what's his name? Seth Meyers was there too. And he had a really great motto: surround yourself with smart, strong women. It's a great point. Iman, I really liked hers as well. She said to be the role model that you envision. Especially talking about vision boarding today. That's so true. And then, of course, Katie Couric, who absolutely, who doesn't love her? She said boats are always safe in the harbor, but that's not what boats are built for. So you guys, again, check out that link. And I just thought it was really inspiring. Hopefully you guys did too. So beyond glamour, really fast, one of the things that I thought was interesting was this Women 2.0 article that I read in bed actually this morning. So this book, The Power of Glamour, talks about what glamour is. It's not necessarily like the luxury red carpet fashion type glamour that we all think, like what the perfume commercials sell, but it's more of an illusion, the idea that if I had this, then I could be this. And I think there's a lot of glamour surrounding entrepreneurship for a number of people. I mean, for me in particular, all of the glamour is gone. I think for a lot of you in the chat too, the glamour of entrepreneurship is absolutely gone. And it's true for this woman too, who founded, it's called Bliss Bombed. This first appeared in Medium and it's now on Women 2.0. And she talks about all these different points that she wishes she knew when she first got started. And the one that I thought was really compelling was point 6. And she says, the biggest challenge you will deal with in running a business is your own resistance. Period. End of story. Your own resistance. And I thought that was fantastic. And it's a great reminder why vision boards are important and why really controlling your thoughts, because that's, I think, what vision boarding is. It's controlling your thoughts almost. It's giving you those visual reminders and cues that this is what you want. And it's even beyond that. It's saying, it's declaring this is what I want. It's not like this weird, vague idea. You're actually putting it out there and saying, I want this. So anyway, again, if you're watching live or you're watching after the fact, comment in with what your thoughts are around the glamour piece of entrepreneurship. And then also tell us how you use vision boarding. Ashley Littlefield, she is a coach actually for accountability. And she's saying that she loved the Bliss Bombed article. And I think a lot of young female entrepreneurs, the reason why I wanted to point that out in particular is because I think a lot of young female entrepreneurs are in the same boat as that woman, where they get started and maybe they have some cushion financially, and they go full in, and then they realize, oh, nuts. This is not going to work the way that I had hoped. So, yeah, and Julie Kelly of Her Career Advice is saying, no more glamour with entrepreneurship, just growth. I love that. And for Stacey Harris, she says, glamour is gone for sure. But I think there's something better beyond that. You sort of learn to love the hustle. Oh, that's so sweet. It's a great way to think about it. So again, keep chatting in what your opinion is on all of this. So getting into the vision boarding piece, again, this is Try It Tuesday on the daily webcast. We do these every day. Tomorrow's Winning Wednesday. And then Thursday and Friday, I actually have guest co-hosts. So I'm really excited to be talking to someone else and just other than a webcam. So vision boarding to me is all around this principle. This is kind of like my business Bible, Think and Grow Rich. And hopefully you guys have all read this. I'm always amazed by the number of people that own their own businesses that haven't read this. It's a foundation for the way that you think about business and controlling your thoughts, that type of a thing. Kind of going along with what the Women 2.0 article said. So anyway, he talks about, Napoleon Hill talks about the idea that you have to decide what you want and you have to think about it daily, morning, evenings, sleeping, all of that stuff. So vision boarding, I feel like, is, again, declaring what you want and having that visual reminder there. And I think one of the things that I've done in the past as far as vision boarding, because I've had them before, and the ones that I've always accomplished, I mean, I've put really weird things on there too and I accomplish them, but it's because I'm 100% behind it. There's that burning desire that Napoleon Hill talks about. So Julie Kelly is saying that it's incredible principles to live and work by, the book. So yeah, definitely a fantastic book if you haven't read it. Even if you have read it, reread it. So good, especially if you're just starting or if you're a couple years into your business. So anyway, I like having those daily visual reminders there, and I like the idea of having an online vision board. I think a lot of young women are with me, though, on the idea that vision boarding is, I don't know, there's something tactical about it. You like to have, like, touch it, feel it, paste it. It's like an art project that you put time into, and, like, there's something artsy about it, too. And so the Dreamitlive people, the team behind it, they put a little video up. Let me see if I can show you guys the video too. They describe the idea of what they wanted behind the video. Or behind the...
This is Selena. She works hard, socializes online, is always on the go, constantly worries about the future, lacks direction, and is just not too sure about her purpose in life. She just wants to be happy. Just like you, she has dreams and goals, but is frustrated on where to start. Dreamitlive has created the perfect solution to help Selena. Dreamitlive lets you create your very own virtual dream board to help you discover your dreams and gives you the tools to make them a reality. People like...
So, I like the premise, right? So it's online. I already set up an account, but I haven't done anything else. So this is really a Try It Tuesday. I just set up the account because I wanted to make sure that it wasn't going to be anything weird. And hopefully I'm signed into Facebook. Oh, gosh. Let me turn this off. All right, so I'm signing into Facebook, and it says it won't share anything of, like, what you do, that type of a thing, on the board with your Facebook friends. But you guys can always sign up with an email. And so when I signed up earlier, this is what it showed me right away. It was this... like, it explained what it did, and it was a big piece of what the vision board will eventually look like. And then you get this email in the mail right away that goes through all of the different steps, the things that you can do to get started. And I thought, first off, and I think the team behind this is really awesome. So I'm going to be a little technical with this, but I thought for something as, like, cool as vision boarding, as exciting, that the email would be a little bit more fluffy or, like, fun, use cool branded words that make it sound more vision-y. You can get whatever you want type of a thing. And so it would be cool to include, like, an inspirational quote or something in there in that email. And plus there was a lot of stuff. Look at this. I don't even know where to get started. This is how you get started, and there was all these different points. But anyway, going beyond that, let's go ahead and look really fast what's going on in the chat. Tacoma Mom Blog says, vision boards are such a great idea to get my thoughts on paper visually without just writing a list. Yes, totally. I know what you're talking about. Something visual. It's very exciting. All right, so I'm here on dreamitlive.com, and let me get a screenshot going for you guys so you can see this. So it says I'm subscribed to the following. So I'm assuming you can update communication preferences. You can maybe subscribe to other people's boards, because part of what Dreamitlive does is the idea that you put together a vision board and then you can actually do crowdfunding. So for example, if your vision is to go, and this is where I was trying to think about how you could do this and not have it seem icky, but so one of them could be that your dream is to go to Europe, for example, after you graduate from college. And so you put that on your vision board, and friends and family can help fund that vacation. Just one example I thought of. I don't know. So then let's see, it says you can set frequency, daily dream activity, bring your dreams to life by visualizing them daily, see your profile, activity, comment, suggest, and more. So I'm assuming they'll email you information. So let's see, it's a big blank board, if you guys can see this. I don't know what this download button is. I'm assuming it's an ad, right guys? Because one of the things that I thought was interesting that it talks about on the homepage is that it has sponsors. Talk about bootstrapping your business. That's a great way. So they had actual companies get involved and sponsor it. So I clicked on this little tiny pencil and let's see what happens. So you can create your dream board, share your dream board, and connect with others. Let's see what happens. A love dream. Ooh, wealth dream. It has little templates, I guess. Let's say that I have a travel dream. Rate your current satisfaction. How satisfied are you with how much of the world you get to travel? Oh, this is fun. It's like a little quiz and how you get it started. Let's say very unsatisfied. A little sad face. Pick an image or upload your own that represents very satisfied travel, getaways, and adventure. The beach. Especially today. If you're in the Seattle area, you know what I'm talking about. It's totally pouring down rain. Add an intention for the stream. You can either add a quick intention and it'll show you an example. Oh, that's cool. Or guided intention builder. Create your ideal vision. Oh, cool. So it gives you some ideas of how to actually build something that is achievable. Cool. So then you could add your dream. Let's see what happens. Oh, it's going to make me fill stuff out. Here, I'll go back up and see what it looks like. I'll just do one of these, you guys, so you don't have to sit through all of this with me. All right. So where did it go? Here. Quick intention. And I'll say, I am going to travel. Let's see if I can actually type today. Click. So it's added to my little virtual dream board. I don't know what happens after that. You can make it private. Oh, that's cool. And this is what the profile looks like. Looks like you can have a number of dream boards. It has your dreams in here, fulfilled dreams. So anyway, yeah, I would definitely play around with this. It looks interesting. If you go to the About section, you can learn a little bit more about the team. It's all built with young entrepreneurs. A number of them, I think 2 of them are actually young female entrepreneurs. It looks very cool. And so, yeah, there's a number of people on the chat that are saying that the vision boarding is something that they really do. S. Boyd Walker at S. Boyd Walker saying she uses her vision board all the time, and she used to be skeptical, but it really works for her. So very cool. I mean, I think it's definitely something that's not necessarily as woo-woo as it once was. I remember being in high school, and that's when I think it was high school, The Secret came out, and it was on Oprah, and Oprah was talking about vision boarding, and she had a number of people on that explained, oh, I did this vision board and then I was able to get this house, that type of a thing. So it was kind of extreme cases. But I mean, for example, I did that. I put my house on the dream board when we were looking for houses of a house I thought was ideal with a large deck and a big backyard. And we ended up finding that house. And another one I did was I coached a drill team when I first started in business, and the year that they won state, I wrote superior team, and they ended up doing that, and it was like totally not something that was expected by anyone. So very cool stuff. I think just beyond the idea of putting the woo-woo stuff out to the world, it's again just a focus. It reminds you, it's a visual reminder that this is what you're meant to do. So again, very excited. Thank you all so much for coming in and chatting. I hope you'll all check out Dreamitlive, because again, it's by young entrepreneurs. It's always great to support other young people starting businesses. Check out the application, and it looks like something that might help you in planning your 2014. Just to give a quick shout out to a couple people that are on the chat again, at Melissa Penton with a 0 instead of an O. Thanks so much for coming. She actually tweeted out, and I always appreciate it when you guys share the stuff. Ashley Littlefield, again, thank you so much for coming. And Lee Sarver, that's a new one. And she says that every time she gets into her laptop, it reminds you of staying focused on your dream. I love that idea. And I actually have something just before we go on my phone where in the photos, I forget what book it says. I think it's like The Secret or one of those books that says, and I'm forgetting what it's called now, where you switch your mindset. It's a quick change or something like that. And so I keep an album in my phone that has like little visual reminders of the bigger picture type of a thing with some quotes and stuff like that. So I think it's a great idea. So you've been watching the Daily Live webcast and chatting. Thank you so much. You're welcome to stay and chat and connect with people. Make sure that you leave your Twitter handle if you're watching it live or you're watching it later on the show. Tomorrow's show, again, is Winning Wednesday, and we're going to talk about people that have had big successes, whether it's Twitter's IPO or if it is people that I follow on Instagram that are doing really cool things. And we're going to talk about the reasons behind that success and really get into it, discuss what we could be doing to have similar outcomes, or maybe why it is that we're not having similar outcomes. So again, thank you so much for showing up live. Make sure that you sign up for YFE's mailing list at yfe.me/mailed it. That's the best way to stay in the loop with everything YFE. Thank you again.